This is a quick walkthrough of the cabinet app that the Easel team has been working on lately. You can see when you have access to the cabinet app, you have cabinets as an option at the top of this window in Easel, and you can select any of these cabinet options to start a new cabinet project. And even though I've selected this base cabinet with doors to start the project, I can still add the other types of cabinets to my project by clicking this little plus sign up here. So I've got this base cabinet with drawers, I've got an upper here, I've got the initial lower with drawers that I started with. I can also duplicate and delete cabinets from this list view. So I've duplicated this upper, it's now down here. All of the details about your project and the contents of your project will live on the left-hand side of the screen, and the details about the cabinets themselves will live on the right-hand side. I can adjust the dimensions of this cabinet, and right now it's just adjusting for this specific upper. If I switch over to this one, you'll see that it has not been adjusted to this 22-inch width. If I want to see everything all together, I can select See Entire Project, and this will show me my entire project with all the cabinets arranged side by side. From this view, I can also make some changes on a project-wide level. I can change the construction method from butt joints to blind dados, can change the top panel for my base cabinets from stretchers to solids. I can make some adjustments to the toe kick if I want. I can turn it on and off and adjust the dimensions as well. And from the project level view, I can also change the materials that are being used for the cabinets. Right now, it's using birch plywood as the box material, and all of the other components are being told to reference the same type of material. But if I want to be specific about my door, back, shelf, or drawer material, I can uncheck that box and then go in and select specific materials if I want to do so. If I want to change it back, I can just recheck this same as box material checkbox. And then again, if I want to go back into the individual cabinets and make changes, I can still do that. We can go through some of these changes here. We've got the door front. Right now, I've got it as a left swinging door. I can change that direction and even have it swing from both sides, in which case it would generate two doors. I can turn the door on and off, and I can add pulls and knobs. Let's add some pulls. And when we add these pulls and knobs, it will also pre-drill the holes for the pulls and knobs. And when you have doors, we will pre-drill holes for the hinge cups. You can see that easily when you have this wireframe view enabled. You can also explode the view to see the different cabinet panels and assembly exploded. Let's move on to shelves. We can add some shelves to this cabinet, and we can make use of our wireframe view to see that those shelves have been added. We can also add shelf pinholes. We have localized pinholes, or we can add a full run of System 32 shelf pinholes. And we can make some changes to the back as well. Let me swing it around back. And we can enable back stretchers, in which case it's automatically going to offset the back panel by the thickness of the stretchers. I can disable the back panel stretchers and again change the offset and the material thickness of my back panel. Many folks are using thinner material for their backs. And we can also specify the construction of the back panel, whether we just want it inset and butt jointed, or if we want it dadoed into the other components. And with that dadoed, let me put it on wireframe again, and we can see that that back panel is dadoed in. And once I'm happy with my entire project, I'm satisfied with the cabinets, everything looks good to go, I can bring it into Easel so that I can carve out the parts. By selecting this nesting button, it'll prepare it to be brought into Easel. We can specify how tightly packed we want the various panels and parts. Right now I have it at a 1/2 inch. We can also specify the margin around the edges of the work pieces for clamps or other work holding. And because many of our users are using machines with a 4 foot by 4 foot work area, we have the option to toggle your stock material size so that it will generate work pieces that are matching your stock material size. I'll leave it as 4 by 8 for now, and we can nest that and bring it into Easel. We can see I've got all of my work pieces, all of my parts are nicely labeled. I've got my hinge cup holes and my pull and knob holes, and we're ready to carve.